This car right here, guys, it is indeed the 2021 BMW M135i with a 306 brake horsepower and 0 to 60 in about 4.8 seconds. It's a machine. It's rapid, it's fast, it's quick, it's ridiculous. I love the car, but at the same time there are so many things that I do not like, and we're gonna go through that list right now. I'm not gonna make you wait too long for the biggest one. I'm gonna go straight for the biggest one right now, man. We're going straight for the jugular. Okay, this car right here does not command respect. It does not command the road presence. Well, I'm coming from owning a Z4. I gotta give you that backstory first. I owned a E89 Z4 for the last 8 years, and I've only just switched into this car, like I said, 2 weeks ago. And what I've noticed so far is people disrespect me in this vehicle. I'm talking about Becky from down the road cutting in front of me on the motorway, people doing some disrespectful things. They don't care. I don't know. I think the only thing I can think of is it just looks regular. It doesn't look crazy. It doesn't shout expensive. It doesn't shout I'm wild. It just looks like a random Ford Focus, Ford Fiesta. It doesn't command respect on the road. It's my biggest beef with this car. People don't care. Like, I don't want people to roll out red carpet or anything like that, but don't cut in front of me, bruv. Going back to the Z4, if I get to a junction, for example, people will beg me, like, hey, my friend, get out in front of me. They will go beyond what they need to do to let me out into the traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen people stop other people just for me to get out in front of them. They want to admire the car. They want to admire the booty from the back. They want to check it out. I'll get stopped at the red light. I don't know how many conversations I've had with people at the red light where they're like, oh mate, this is the perfect car for this weather. We have a whole conversation at the red light. You know, there's respect there, but this car does not demand that respect. That's point number one. I know I worked for a long time, but that pisses me off so much. Okay, some of these are gonna be, maybe all of them, they're not like big deal problems, but they are annoying me. Okay, I use things that I can live with it, but it's just annoying to a certain extent. Number two, I'm gonna say, is the door rest. This one right here, like the armrest on the door. What in the world is this? It's too small. Is this car made for fat people? Am I supposed to be fat? Am I not fat enough to drive this car? When I put my arms on it, it's just not there. It hurts my elbows, man. I can only put my arms there for like 2 seconds before it start hurting. I don't know, maybe they want you to put both hands on the steering wheel at all times, and they don't want you to be comfortable. Maybe that's what the problem is. So I guess minor issue, minor. Moving on to the next one, guys. Yes, it's a luxury that I thought I wanted, and I still sort of want it, but I feel like summertime it might not matter so much. The heated steering wheel, ladies and gentlemen, the heated steering wheel is not even the heated steering wheel. Let me give it an umbrella. The whole steering wheel is the problem. I don't like the steering wheel. I said this in my previous videos. BMW did not change the steering wheel for a very long time. They have the same setup, similar setup for eternity. So right now that I've got heated steering wheel, I have even a bigger beef with the car. You turn the heated steering wheel on, all the leather, all this beautiful surface right here gets hot, nice and toasty. But there's a massive metal in the middle which gets cold. Not just like it gets cold, it feels a lot colder than the leather part of the steering wheel, which is very annoying. That you're driving, your hands are warm, and then you accidentally, all right, this guy is taking the piss. Let me get out of here. Quick time. Alright, I love the speed. It's one thing I really love, the speed. Anyway, back to what I was saying, guys. I got distracted right there because we had some dodgy drivers, don't know how to navigate roundabouts. Right, what was I saying? Yes, the steering wheel, The contrast in the metal and the leather is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know whose idea that was to put massive metal on the steering wheel. This has never been a problem for me. Maybe this is new to me because in my Z4, I'm gonna go back and forth and talk about the Z4 a lot, because that's the one thing I've known as the constant for the last 8 years. The whole steering wheel is, well, the middle part is plastic, but the actual circumference area is leather. So you never get change in temperature. It stays the same at all time. But this one now, you can feel it. Even when you don't turn the heated steering wheel on, you can still feel the cold on the steering. It's on the metal part, which is very, 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 very annoying. I don't like that. Yes, moving on. One thing I don't like on this one as well is the center console right here, ladies and gentlemen. It is finished in what they call the piano black. One reason why I didn't like the A-Class series is because of this piano black, but at least in this one it's limited to the center console. The middle part right there seems decent enough. It's not that wild, it's not shining in all surfaces. It's decent. It's decent. While we're on the topic of center console, guys, yes, this is another great one that I do not like. I'm talking about the switch for the sports mode and for eco mode and for comfort mode. Usually when you start the car, it's in comfort mode, and I want to do some shenanigans sometimes. Maybe I see a situation developing, I want to get ahead of it, I want to switch to sport mode. I have to look down to find it. I have to look to change the mode, because why have they changed all the buttons? Why is it separate? You got 5-6 buttons here. You've got the Eco Pro, Comfort, the Sports Mode, Engine Start, the Start Stop, the Parking, and there's too many buttons. Who decided to have all these buttons? Old Z4 is a switch, it's a toggle switch. You can feel it, you know what you're looking for. Alright, you put your finger in there somewhere, you ramble a little bit, you know exactly where it is. There's 2 buttons, one for the drive mode and one for the traction control. Simple. So you go there, you press it up, you go to sport mode, and then you press it one more time, you get to sport plus. You feel me? And then you click it back down again, and you're back into like eco mode and normal comfort mode and all things of that nature. But this one, you have to look for the buttons independently, individually. They are separated, and it's very, very annoying. I don't like it. I don't know whose idea it was for them to do that. Not really a fan. You have to get your eyes off the road after time to do it. I don't like that. And one last thing I've got to complain about, guys, it's a very short video. One last thing that I gotta complain about is this is an optional extra, okay? This car came with all the extras, all the everything that you need. So this one has comfort access, which means you can walk towards the car. When you get to a certain distance, the car says, yes, doors are open, unlocks, light flashes, the whole dancing and everything happens. You can get in the car and drive away. Where that is the problem is, sometimes I go up and down the driveway. I might have the key in my pocket because I'm doing something, or maybe I'm even doing something in the car and I just have to go in for like 2 seconds, and the car will decide to lock itself. Then I walk back towards it, it unlocks itself. So it's making all that noise. It's just the noise that is annoying. And for security standpoint, with the comfort access, it gave me a heart attack for the first week, ladies and gentlemen, because I thought somebody would come to their house and steal it. It made it easy for it to be stolen. So what I do, I've turned it off. Yep, turn it off, turn it right off. I don't need that comfort access. Switch it off. I'll press the button if I have to. But what I just found is that you can't really switch it off completely. Oh, somebody is smelling my backside. Give me a second to get out the lane for this person. So you can't switch it off completely, because even though right now when I walk towards the car, it doesn't unlock the doors, but I can still just put my finger on the doors and it will indeed unlock itself. That's one feature that I wish you could switch off completely, but I've got like a walk around that. You got the Faraday pouch that you can put the keys in for safe storage, so that people can't access it or come to your house with the wires saying, you know, tracking you and all that kind of stuff, trying to boost the signal. and trying to, you know, walk towards your car and unlock it like that, and then they can get access to your car and drive it away. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I think that's it for all my complaints right now. Not a lot, but that's all I've noticed so far. I'm sure there will be more, or I've missed some stuff. Oh yes, no, there's one more. Oh, the lane assist, bruv. What do you mean I can't change lanes? I'm a BMW driver. I don't signal. We don't use signal when we are driving. We are BMW drivers certified. This is what we do. We know that the people that feed the indicators into this car saying that I just use the indicator. I'm sorry. We don't usually use the indicators, but there's situations where you're changing lanes and you'd really, maybe you might be by yourself or you're coming out of a roundabout, wherever the situation may be. This thing is screaming at you and fighting the steering wheel. I don't feel like that is safe. Okay, that is the opposite of safe. And yeah, I turned that off as well. Probably the first thing I turned off, like the second day I bought the car, because why are you shouting at me to not change lanes? That is not acceptable. Not acceptable, bruv. So that is gone. That is definitely one of the biggest ones. Lane assist, lane changing, lane wherever you want to call it, gone. Nope, nope, nope. And I think that will conclude the rest of this video. I'm gonna look for the things that I like about this car, and we're gonna bring it in the next video, most likely. So shout out to everybody. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. All right, take it easy. Goodbye. Peace.